everyone. Thank you, Meena ji, for organizing this. My name is Lavanya. Um, I started doing meditation from 2004, PSSM, India, that I got introduced with my cousin brother. And from now, then I was just doing meditation and reading some books. And I came here like as a student and working as a hardware design engineer in Oxfordshire. I'm living with my family. Yeah, this is my small introduction. And coming to the book, today's book is all about. This is a wonderful book that we are adding in our book club. It's a. I didn't slept last night. I was thinking about how to, all the information while reading this book and how the author captured all the information, integrated everything in this book. It's really wonderful, and I'm happy to share that same experience I felt and how author felt and how he became a clairvoyant and how he communicated with the spirit babies. And we don't know that there is a spirit world, spirit baby world. Before coming into the physical form, before coming into the womb, mother's womb, there'll be a spirit babies that waiting for us. When there is a time comes, then they will enter into the mother's womb. We don't know all this information, but author explained very well in this book. So for any further delay, let's get into it about the spirit baby world. Let me just share my PPT. I just prepared a few slides. Just give me a. Can I share the screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay. Sorry about it. Yes, but can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah. Yeah. Hope the screen is good and my voice is audible, right?
Yes, yes, everything perfect, ma'am. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Yes, this is book. The book name is called Spirit Babies, and it's like how to communicate with the child you're meant to have. And and this author name is Walter Makichain. He's one of the leading spiritual teacher and healer of our time, and he has an excellent clairvoyant abilities, and he is able to give each one of us a unique place and purpose of our life. And he worked with his heart consciousness, and in the place of hot consciousness there is no judgment, acceptance, and there will be only acceptance, compassion, and oneness that we experience. So mainly the main topics that he covered in this book is how he became a clairvoyant, how he got to know that he has this kind of abilities. And he written a few cases, that are wonderfully that he explained. uh, some people, they don't know whether they want child, and some couples or some individuals, they'll just explain they want to have babies, but there'll be there'll be inside there another feeling that whether I'm be a good mother or a father. Then these kind of mixed messages, even though you are just telling outside everyone that you are ready, planning for planning baby, or ready to start a family, but these kind of mixed messages, how that affect to the future baby. So he just explained everything in the few cases that he attended to his clients. And there is a few wonderful meditations he explained very well, and some exercises how to communicate with the spirit babies. And what about the abortion, some of the cases, what about the adoptions, and if they can't get pregnant, so what they have to do. So some of the chapters, upcoming chapters, is very interesting. So before getting into, excuse me, before getting into this further, let's get to know that how he became a clairvoyant from his childhood. There is a few experiences he shared. So uh, so in his childhood, he thought he always sees saints and angels, and they're very real, like a human. There's a physical form. He thought, he just didn't imagine, and he thought that this is same for everyone. He assumed that everyone will see angels and clearly as he did. And after some time, he learned that no, this is not possible for everyone. This is not common for everyone. So he has this special gift. So he just kept some experiences that how he communicated with saints and angels. So one of the example I just want to say that how he communicated one of the saint and through the healing process. A small example, uh, when he was 11 years old, he had a bird parakeet, and he loved him very dearly, and he taught him how to talk and whistle. He would have like a couple of years he spent with this bird, and this bird became suddenly very ill, and he was very worried about it, and he was taking bird to the veterinarian on those days is very, I mean, it's not possible, and they didn't heard of it. But as 11 years old, he's crying on a bed, and excuse me, excuse me, crying on a bed, and intuitionally he started praying to Saint Francis, one of the saint that he used to pray and he used to connect all the time. And my bird is dying unless someone helped it. So he was keep on praying over the night. The next day, when he was so afraid to look into the cage, but the bird is very healthy, eating and drinking, and the bird is very healthy. So his prayers was heard, and he really communicated with this saint. So I mean, these are the few examples how he was able to communicate with the saints and clairvoyants. And coming to the college and graduation, so he was so nervous, and how to integrate with this kind of society, and this kind of kind of tension for everyone we have. So same kind of a nervousness he has in those days, like when he was entering to the college graduation and everything. But his grandparents, who already passed away, used to appear and give him courage that go on, you are on a right path, you are meant to be here, just go on, and with your career. So that kind of encouragement, yeah, like helped him a lot. And making friends and everything make is easy and possible. So uh, like this college graduation is going on, suddenly he was in a kidney stone. He was in so much pain, kidney stone attack. He was so much in pain. uh, some of his one of his professor, she helped him to heal, but it didn't stay longer, like only just a few minutes, and the pain started again. So what author did, he visualized pulling the pain out of his body, and after some time it literally disappeared, and his body immediately relaxed. So these kind of experiences make him like the visions and voices that helped him, the further for his career and what is his life purpose. And he was so much preparing for to become a English professor. and he was ready to attend the exams. Actually, he just studied 5 years graduation and everything. He was ready to attend some exam. I'm preparing for that. Suddenly, he was seeing one normal person like for so many years, but he don't know who he is actually. But suddenly, what author just intuitionally he just came from his mouth that you're a good person, you seem like a god. So that kind of words came from his mouth, and he just left. But this person, this entity, this spiritual being came to him and conveyed that you are not going to attend this exam. Yeah, this is not your path. So suddenly author was confused. Everyone will confuse at that time. What should I do when this is my career? How should I support myself? My whole life, I mean, he was like, my whole life has been directed towards to become an English teacher. So, but the spiritual entity, this spiritual being was telling him that this is should not concern you. Okay, my last words to you this, you will help many spirits enter into this world. As you have affinity to work with the children, you will help other people become parents. But in this lifetime, you will not have a children. You will work with many children instead of having them yourself. So he was a bit confused, but he slowly started understanding this. And after some time, he received a call from the college in the university that one of his professor was suddenly became ill, went to the hospital, and the exam was postponed like 2-3 months. So he was so, I mean, in a shock and understand that, okay, then suddenly he started understanding that I need to take some healing classes, some energy work for the others. So that this is the way I should live further for the future. So first he used to communicate with the deceased person, the soul, and some clients will come to him like their loving person has left the body. I just want to communicate with him. So how he communicate with the body, how he communicate with the soul, is the way he explained is very well. I mean, how he look into the aura, this energy system, and how it will be, and how it will be, and what is going through. So the way he communicate with these kind of beings, spiritual beings or the souls, and this became his life for some time. And and this kind of practice, this kind of energy healing work became make him clairvoyant up to this portion. I mean, up to this chapter. And the next thing, when next thing, like he used to have a retreat for himself. After all this energy works, all this everything they used to do, like over a year, he used to retreat himself for a few days to of the communication. He used to go for the hiking and everything. For some time, and he used to rent a cabin on, spend some time for himself, meditate, do some energy work, and without speaking to any other person, he used to be like doing more meditation and connect with himself. So similarly, so one day he went to the hiking and returned to his cabin, and he was so exhausted and sleeping. Suddenly he felt a warmth presence floating over his chest. And when he started focusing, that is in the clairvoyant, and immediately noticed a bright green owl hovering just inch front of his face. When he focused something else on clairvoyantly, he can see invisible things but clearly. So he never experienced these kind of energy. Mostly when a deceased, so I mean the soul who vacated the body, it's kind of when he experience that kind of soul, that energy being, soul, it kind of chills, it give me kind of chills to him. And for the angels on another highly entity beings, there will be no no I mean, there will be no kind of any intuitive and any kind of sensation. If they want, they'll just, we can feel it. But this kind of warmth presence, this kind of feeling, he never experienced it. And suddenly he introduced himself to that energy being, that green owl. And it's a kind of heartbeat. It was like a purple green energy being he was seeing. And he introduced it to that being. And suddenly that being responded to him that you are not my father. I'm in right place. The spirit replied, I'm supposed to meet my father here. What is your name? I asked. Then he asked that, what is your name? And I don't, so the spirit that in the owl shape replied, I don't have a name yet. My father name is Frank, and that being is waiting for his father and mother. He is going to meet him. This is the place they are going to meet. Uh, so he was not understand for some time, but he realized that this is the meeting place for all the spirit babies. This is a good place, and it is kind of a portal. If you can understand, it's an energy portal from spirit world to earth. So this is a very good place to meet uh, meet particular parents and enter into the womb. So until then he understood that there is a spirit world, that a spirit baby world is there. So so then why you are waiting here means this is supposed to be happen, this is my destiny, they are my parents. So I have to wait, and I'll wait anytime when they come. So this guy, and after some time, after giving this message, that owl shape disappeared. And just to cross examination, or just to know this, when the author Walter just went to check to the hotel booking list and talking to this receptionist. But somehow the receptionist has got disturbed with the phone call, but he was looking at the register book. After his checkout, there'll be a name, two couples like Frank, the one other name, the one who is going to use this cabin. So then he realized, okay, that entity is telling that he's going, the other one he's telling is true. So he was so much amazed, and showed more interest in this kind of work actually. So coming to this chapter, I'll just explain few cases regarding, how couples or individuals think about uh, having babies or not having babies, and what a society keep pressure on. And even though some people won't speak, but they keep unspoken pressure to the to the children. So these kind of pressure and these kind of things, how it will affect to the person or individual person, or to the couple, or to the spirit babies. So he just kept, I want to explain this kind of, so that we'll learn this, definitely will understand how this will be uh, integrate, match to our daily life. Okay, so many cases. So I just kept like this is, so one of the cases. So one lady, she was young and graduate. She is very intelligent. She has so many offers in the graduation school and so many job offers, and she was very anxious to know about her choices and everything, but she was a bit confused. Uh, so he came to author Walter, and asking him to what is my future. Uh, what is my future? So can you please help me? I really want to know what is going I'm going to do in my future. So after seeing her energy system or her aura, author came to know that the question inside of her is, I want to know if I should have a child. That intuitively came from her mouth, you know, but she didn't express it to so many people or any to her parents or everybody. But that kind of questions have to has so many of us in our daily life, you know, but we don't express it. You know, for example, sometimes we are so irritated, we'll just tell the people or friends or family that just leave me alone. But but intuitively, but inside, but no one will leave us alone. If they are a family or a group of friends, they'll come to us and talk to us what happened. But a physical form of energy will just resist it, but inside our chakra is giving another message that someone should come and talk. But we don't know that that kind of question came from her mouth when Walter author asked her. So there'll be a mixed messages, you know, but our chakra system, our intuition know the purpose, correct question or correct purpose, and what we want. That exactly came from her mouth on that day. So when she asked a question and that kind of doubt, she was her aura was become very bright, and become very bright, and it filled with light, and right side of her aura, and the spirit baby is waiting for her actually. And how the spirit baby started communicating with the Walter, and what spirit baby is telling, that I'm her child, I have come to be with her. So I'll be with her until now, until our time comes. When she's ready, I'll be here. So when Walter asked, are you meant to incarnate sometime soon? So the spirit baby explained, no, it doesn't matter. I'm destined for her. I'll wait. I'll be here. So the same what the message he received from the spirit baby, he explained to her. Then she was relieved, you know, because that is the question, that is kind of confusion, that is the thing, was she was waiting, you know, whether she wants a baby, you know, should I have a child, this question. But she is so much relieved, and she got an understand, okay, I know what to do now. And uh, and she left that, taking that message from the Walter. So these kind of reasons, these kind of particular experiences, so always we need to communicate with our spirit baby before we are going to have a child, so that it will be easy for us, easy to the bond with the baby before. You know, my example, I'll tell my example. After telling this experience, I want to share my experience. Before I married, I mean, I didn't I didn't I always thought that after if I am going to be a mother, oh, everyone call me like an adult elder, so I'll be not like a you know, like a child, like, so I should take care of someone. What should I do? This thing to me is the right thing to me? This kind of questions have had inside me. But when I really felt, okay, this kind of questions should not be in there. Like, you know, I just meditated and communicated with my baby. When I invited my baby, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to be a mother. You know, I did that kind of exercise when I want to start, when I invited my baby to enter into my womb, this kind of experience. So I'm just explaining, many women or when they won't express whether they want to become a mother. I'll be a good mother. Do I spend much time with my mother, to the child? Do I give 100% concentration on my baby, will I be a good mother? This kind of questions comes to everyone in just a normal world. That is very common. But when we really decide, this kind of cases also coming up, I'll just explain. When we are really ready for this, ready for the baby, then definitely the door will open from the spirit world. There will be a baby. In some cases that will be different, but there will be a baby. So there's so many cases that he explained very well. So the next one, he was explaining about a couple. So they were very happy couple. Their relationship is very strong, and the thing is, they are just looking for the. I mean, they want babies. They want a baby, but they are not 100% ready for the baby. They are just telling that, okay, we are ready for the baby when it happens. Like this kind of communication with this kind of message will not connect with the spirit world or a spirit baby who's supposed to enter into the womb. So they don't understand all this. But one day they went to Walter, author, and they asked, we are just want to know that uh, we are trying from like to we are in a good relationship, just we want to know what is going to happen in the future. So Walter, when he saw the energy system of both husband and wife, their energy system, the relationship is very strong and great. But there is a no spirit baby. There is no spirit baby waiting to enter into the womb. Why? What happened? The thing is, there is no 100% yes from the parents. You know, they need to choose. They need to accept. They need to choose. They need to give 100% yes to the baby to enter into the womb. So the same message he conveyed to the couple. Then after a few weeks later, they communicated with him again, and no, we are ready, we are 100% ready to have a baby. So after some days, and they contacted him that she is pregnant and having a baby in few months, like this kind of story. So there will be this is a story, but we need to understand that when we are going to do, when we are going to start something, we need to give 100% yes. You know, that's a karmic karma that is going to apply to both parents. And that is a destiny. If it is a destiny, that you need to accept, that karma you need to accept, so that baby will enter into the womb. This is all interlinked. In this case, we can understand. So one of the cases, yeah, so that's feeling overwhelmed. Who feeling overwhelmed with the one lady, same this kind of a case. She was very happy, and but the thing is, very happy with the baby and with her husband and everything. But a few days late, everyone is pressurizing this unspoken pressure from outside society to have a baby and everything. This kind of pressure, actually she was not ready for the baby, and someone will not ready for the baby, and that's okay. When they are ready, they'll have a baby. So these kind of mixed this kind of messages also we can understand while uh, while we are going through this book, that kind of explanation. So one lady, she was 30, in her age. She was so much pressure from her family to have a baby and marry him and have a baby. The thing is, uh, she was so frustrated with this like, you know, this kind of pressure. And she want help, and she contacted author Walter, and uh, author Walter, and asked him, what should I do? I am not understanding this position. Uh, so can you please help me? So when he started looking into her, or her, they are both devoted to each other, but there is no spirit babies in a in in her aura, when in his couple's aura. So it seems like family is convincing to have a baby, and there is some validation, and they want to have a children, then we can some parents want, like, then we'll complete a family when we have a child. So your sisters have a child, and your brothers have a child, you should have a child. So this kind of pressure, like always uh, keep some kind of pressure to the to parents, even though they are not ready. But this couple always felt complete with both of them, like, husband and wife. They don't need baby children actually. So that's the reason there is no spirit baby appeared in their aura system. They are both happy. So these are also some kind of cases that he experienced. And this is the always mother in the past. This woman in the past life, she has so many children, she know what it's already like. And but in this lifetime, her mother unspokenly keeping her pressure to have a baby with his boyfriend, with her boyfriend, sorry, with her boyfriend. uh, so the thing is, she don't feel that way, and she know already how the mother will be, and how is the motherhood and everything. She felt everything in the past lives, but she don't want that in this life. So what, there is a blank space. There is nothing nothing in her aura system when Walter looked into his into her aura. So what Walter suggested, it's okay to not to have babies in this lifetime. Just be yourself, do something that make you happy for yourself, because she already experienced it. So s- we can understand the society pressure, the family pressure, even though that is not our thing, but they'll keep some pressures on us to start a family or any other thing. So this is a wonderful example that we can understand. And the sixth case, it's a very marvelous, and we can understand choice. This is all about the choice. This couple were spiritually connected, and the relationship was very strong, but just they want to know whether they will have baby or not. But there will be always, when Walter you saw their energy system, there is nothing in their aura. He can easily see if there is any spirit baby appearing, or waiting to enter into the womb in the future or something, but he can't see anything. This is a blank space. So this has happened not only with the Walter as a healer. They went to other healers also, that the same message they received from them. They understood that we are working with the day kids. Their profession is to work with the kids, help them to take care their other kids, not on their own. But intentionally, they are very in the clarity. But suddenly the male asked Walter, what if we want a kid of our own? When that question asked, there is a different vibration, the different energy was changed in the room actually. So I mean, the spirit world has opened, that portal has opened. um, so yes, if you want to have a baby, Walter said, if you want to have a baby, I can connect to your spirit baby for you right now. So he said like that. So they are okay, we are ready, what if we are ready to he just gave him some time to discuss about it, because this is not a small thing. If they are ready 100% correct or 100% yes to accept this baby, what so he gave him some time to discuss, and after few weeks later they booked this appointment, this booked appointment with him again, and sit with him with this energy work, and he connected with the spirit world. And there is one spirit, a baby, some owl, green owl appeared in front of and backwards of this couple. And when he started communicating with this energy, then his energy, that energy is telling that I'm an orphan for so many lifetimes. I'm just waiting for love, parents. When he heard this message and conveyed to the parents, there were, even the Walter is also emotional. You know, there are like so many babies in the spirit world, orphans, like for so many ages, they want love. You know, they want love, they want parents, you know, they want some protection and everything. But after, you know, that kind of babies are also there in the spirit world. So that baby, when the baby expressed what is this position, they were so happy that, and conveyed the message, we will not abandon you, we are ready to accept you. And please, uh, you know, whenever you're ready, I mean, uh, then Walter said, so, okay, then we'll do some energy, we'll do some meditations to invite a baby, this baby. So they did some they did some meditation, particularly how to invite a spirit baby. And after few months, she conceived, and it's a baby boy. And he can see the gender also in the spirit owl, actually, spirit baby owl, who's a baby girl or a baby boy and anything. So this is the destiny, new destiny. This is not their destiny. We need to understand this. This couple don't have children in this lifetime, but they chose this, actually just chose this. This is a new destiny to them. They accepted it, they want a children. So this is also a possible case. So this is wonderful example. Actually, this particular case I enjoyed very much while I'm reading this book. Yeah, this is the last case in this chapter. Uh, this couple, uh, mother is so desperate to have a baby, but husband is so frustrated, and he always used to fight regarding this particular topic. If we invite a baby, if the baby come to the world, is this safe place to the baby? I'm not ready to have a baby. The father is like that. He's resisting. He is not accepting. What is this? So for initial days, this mother was okay. Sometimes this was okay for, then she can act, but it is not going anywhere. She got frustrated and contacted author to know about what is going to happen in the future. So when um, he when he communicated uh, with, there is a definitely a baby is waiting for them, actually, in this energy, in their aura energy system. But father is not okay with this, because this mainly, this father and the baby are connected past lives, like over so many past lives, so this baby was came to connect mostly with the father and with his new mother, actually, because in one lifetime, this baby, this boy and the father went to hunting, and suddenly the tiger attacked his boy, and the boy died in front of father eyes. So he was like, if I am this, he don't know in this lifetime this happened, but that kind of fear is there in his thing, system. It's not. That's why he is always telling that this is not safe place for the babies. How we can take care of the babies. So these kind of words came of this previous past life experience, when the Walter conveyed same message to this mother. She was so sad and happy that okay, he's ready to be a father, but this is the case. So she went there and communicated with her husband, and well, later on there is a happy ending that they have a and they conceived a baby, happy healthy baby. So these are the few cases how that affect spirit babies or future children in our lifetime, when we send a mixed messages, and when we give 100% yes, what will happen. When we have a pressure from the society, what will happen to our energy system, to the spirit baby. These are the few cases I just in this, and a few more exercises, and that I like to continue in the part 2. Today I like to stop here, like from the from here. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Lavanya. It's interesting because I heard about communicating with the babies when the baby is in the womb,
Yeah.
especially from the mother. But this
Mm,
is something interesting that the father as well communicate. Of course, they communicate, but mother communicates more with the baby in the womb.
yeah. In this
Also,
case, yeah,
yeah,
in
spirit baby world is.
different.
I only heard that when they enter the mother's womb, we communicate. But before entering itself, we can communicate with the baby spirits is something interesting to me. And
Yes, really
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it's really interesting book, and he beautifully explained how spirit babies will work. I mean, how he worked with the energy chakra system, how meditation is very important to everyone, to communicate with ourself and with our future child. So we always need to do meditation that we do every day.
yeah,
So it will be easy for them, for
yeah.
us to communicate with our future children.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wish I know all this before having kids, because
Me
I
too.
had my kids 16 years back, and I don't know that getting pregnant is something like, okay, it's like a part of life. We get pregnant and
Yes.
we get delivery and all. But now I feel I could have did a much better job as a mother, communicating even before they were born,
Yes.
when they are in
Yes.
the womb.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
And I can say I'm lucky, but I got introduced prana before I conceived, because she gave me so many tips and some energy related to this one when I'm pregnant, before pregnant. So that's how I invited baby. I know how to we need to invite a baby and how to communicate, and we have to give 100% yes. After doing this kind of work, I conceived after 1 month. Before that I have so many questions in,
yeah,
but I don't know about the spirit baby world. But it's really helpful to the new mothers, or mother going to be, or newly married couple, or everyone.
yeah, yeah. And I
Yeah.
heard from Pranahita as well that she once in some session she was saying that she knew the when the baby will come out as well,
Yes,
and
yes,
baby
yes,
can
yes.
choose the day when she
Yes,
come out.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. That really helped me, through my pregnancy, before pregnancy, and after pregnancy, and how to communicate with the baby, and how now also when we have a baby as a newborn, as a particular age, how to communicate with the baby and how to interact with the baby to understand them. We just talk to them, but they don't just generally speak them, but we need to understand what is going through, what their decision and what they want to express. This
yeah,
kind of patience, this kind of understanding came from pranahita, actually, before this book, I can say.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank, thank you. We'll wait for part two.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Meena ji. Thank you.
Friends, if anyone like to share your experiences with the baby and communicating with the baby, please do share. I only knew that mothers communicate more with the babies, but if any fathers have communicated with the baby in the home, please do share.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, this is Shireen.
Yeah.
I just heard the last lady's comments about I wish that I had known all this information. But to be honest with you, you didn't, and it really doesn't matter. I don't think anybody should make themselves wrong or bad because of it. Because whatever's happening in our lives with our children is the highest order. You know, I can look at my eldest son and say, when he's now 48, when he was born, I was probably the worst mother. I was very spoiled. I was all kinds of things. You know, if I look at my son now, there's nothing that I can actually say, I wish I knew all of that information, because he's a very successful lawyer. He went to, you know, he's got a very powerful spiritual side, went with, who is this? To the mountains, basically to the Himalayas. And, you know, so now I can look at it and I can think, well, you know, the highest order happened. Whatever issues happened for me during the time, my time in and my life empowered my son, because he's an even more powerful person as a result of that. Very interested in meditation, you know, so don't make yourself, you know, for me, it's like whatever's happening, don't think you've lost out, because the highest order in this world is that everything is Maya, everything is illusion. So you are playing by what we are doing. We're playing in Maya, saying this is how it must be. But actually, nobody really ever knows that. Because if everything is illusion, then, you know, we're just dabbling in that. The ultimate is for us to reach meditation and reach enlightenment. You know, so that's the way I see it. You know, for me, all of this, it's fine if you can, and it does not matter. You know, I don't even read books because I download them, and that's the possibility for everybody. So the people are so much more powerful than they ever think, and we need to be careful that we don't limit them by saying, oh, I wish, you know, or somebody then leaving thinking, oh gosh, you know, I'm gonna have a baby and I haven't programmed all this to do with it. It does not matter. You are playing in Maya, and that's all there is. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shirinji.
Hi, ma'am. This is Priya here. It's a wonderful and interesting session, and it's a nice sharing. Thanks for that. And you have narrated it in a very nice story way, so it's like very interesting to listen. So thanks for that. I got one question. Just a curious one. Like, what is the difference? If without this process, with this process, if we invite the spirit babies, give birth to them, and what's the difference between a normal regular pregnancy and without this knowledge and with this knowledge, what would be the difference?
This spiritual pregnancy is very different from the normal pregnancy. That doesn't mean the mother don't have love to the baby. There is, everything is same, but consciously, you'll consciously conceive, you'll consciously give pregnant in the you're in a consciously give birth to the baby, you know.
Right.
You'll communicate. Right. This is a difference. These all you know, understand will come by doing meditation. That's the important thing. You know, you do, frankly, if you don't know about the spirit baby world or spirit babies, that's okay. If you do meditation, everything will come into one place, you know.
Yeah.
Then that will help you for further your throughout your pregnancy or before pregnancy or giving time of your birth, giving a birth to the baby. Everything, the energy will work through this, so that's okay, you know. That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
the difference between normal and every spiritual thing. Yeah.
Okay. When they grow up, what do you find? You can see like, okay, when they grow up, they like, whether in their intellectual wise or the knowledge wise, they're more knowledgeable, or is there any difference when they grow up?
When mother father is doing meditation, and there will be definitely there is a difference. I mean, that I'm not saying that there is only meditation. I mean, the energy, you know, if they are destined, these spirit babies are destined to become to enter into the womb of this particular parents, and everything written. It's not like only this lifetime. If you listen, I explained so many almost we just repeat father mother mother baby everything uh, in all lifetimes. So ultimately we just go to the path of enlightenment, you know. uh, we don't keep pressure on the babies, like, you know, to be intelligent or everything. We just to show them the way of the life. That's it. We don't need to give you know, keep on giving the pressure, or you do this thing, you do this thing. You don't need to you know, communicate with them in this manner. It's okay. And we don't know what their life purpose. That's the main thing. You just need to accept that, you know. Oh, my baby is not intelligent, my baby is not good in the class. That is not the thing. We don't know what is their life purpose. We need to understand that, you know, your life purpose is different. This doesn't mean that your baby is with you, your life purpose is baby life purpose is same. That's not correct, you know. We just need to support them. We need to show a way, you know. This kind of understanding come through the meditation, you know. Babies will understand this very newborn age. I've studied some books and listened some Dr. Newton. When we are just breathing, uh, through that breathing, they can understand, and that we are doing meditation. That happened to my baby, you know. I mean, she's 3 years old now. When I was doing meditation, I was not just I didn't told her how to do meditation, but when I was uh, came out from my meditation, she's also started doing meditation. What you are doing, Mas? She's just doing the breath work, you know. She observed that, you know, the babies will follow, the kids will follow what parents will do. So we need to be careful, you know.
Okay.
Don't think about that future or anything. Be in the present moment. Be with your baby. Communicate with the baby daily basis, you know. Communicate with them, then you will understand. And don't give a baby like, if you do your homework, I'll give you a chocolate. This is not the good way, you know. Communicate with them like, you know, let's finish our homework, let's see what is I mean, this is the, try to communicate with a different way,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, so that's a big subject actually. Even I'm
Right.
in the everyone is in the learning stage, but once
Yeah.
we realize these small things, definitely will give a better future for our children, you know.
Yeah.
We need
What
to
I
accept.
understand. Yeah, you're right. Actually, what I understood from this is like, it's the more understanding for ourselves, right? We have to
Yes,
understand the
yes.
baby. So, what is
Mm.
the purpose? We are not interrupting their way of life or the purpose of life by putting our vision towards them,
Mm, mm,
or pressure towards them. So, it's
mm.
like the spirit having spirit babies is for our understanding and giving them the better and helping them to complete their purpose of life,
Purpose. And
right?
this kind of bond is very
Okay.
important to the spirit baby also. Then before entering into the womb, baby will come to know, okay, I am protected here. Okay, the mother and father and they will kept everything resources to me, you know. You can communicate with them like this. You are welcome, my baby, and everything is ready. I brought everything, I kept everything in one place for you. We are ready to welcome you, you know. These kind of words, definitely words is energy, you know. They will definitely reach to our baby, you know. That will
Yes.
imply to your birth also, you know.
Mm.
Definitely there'll be an easy birth. Okay, they're ready, and I'm going to be happy in this family. No, this kind of communication is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Priyaji.
Friends, anyone else want to share anything about this spirit babies? Else we can wind up.
Thank you, Lavanya. Beautifully explained. And
Thank you, Lakshmi.
yeah, thank you so much for sharing your experiences with your baby. Thoroughly enjoyed your session.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So do we have part 2, Lavanya? Is it about the
Yes.
exercises, something?
Yeah, we do have part 2. This is about exercises. As I said, what happened when the mother has an abortion and what they are ready to adopt. These kind of topics that will be included in part 2.
So if these
Definitely.
exercises are for to-be moms or someone, we can
Yes, to be
explain.
more, to connect with the spirit
Put it in
babies.
the group that,
Yes,
expecting
yes,
moms can join these
yes,
exercises. Yeah, thank
yes,
you.
yes, definitely, yes.